My house has been on the market for 2 months. All the offers I've gotten are under what I've listed for. My house just fell out of escrow and now I have to start all over again. Hey everybody, I'm Larry Fleischman. I'm a real estate agent specializing in buying and selling homes in LA County. And today I want to talk about the top 5 mistakes I see home sellers are making in today's evolving marketplace. So if you're thinking about selling, listen up. These are the things you absolutely want to avoid. Number one, overpricing your home. One of the biggest mistakes I see home sellers making is overpricing their homes by a lot. We all remember the days when appreciation was 1% per month or 17 to 18% year over year, but those days are behind us. If your neighbor just sold their house for $1 million, listing yours at 1.2 million just isn't going to cut it. I'm making this video in April of 2025, and in my local market here in LA County, we have more resale homes on the market than we've had in several years. So I'm sharing facts with you now. So please, don't shoot the messenger. We're also seeing that it takes longer for these homes to sell. 38 days now is the average compared to only 18 days just a few years ago. So what does all this mean? Look, buyers are smart. I've been saying that a lot lately. They're more selective than ever, and they know their market. So overpricing your homes means that you're likely going to end up chasing the market down, making price reductions until you finally sell, if you sell it at all. So what I'm saying is price your home realistically from the start to attract serious buyers and get the best possible outcome. I recently saw a property that had to reduce its price by $165,000. Think about that. You think that home was overpriced from the beginning? Absolutely. Don't fall into the trap of wishful pricing. Be realistic and strategic from day one. All right. Hi, everybody. As I said, I'm Larry Fleischman, a real estate broker in Santa Clarita, California. I'm primarily a listing agent, which means that I mostly represent sellers in my transactions. I think it's about 90% of my transactions are representing sellers, about 10% are representing buyers. So what does this mean? Well, I list lots of houses and I know what works and what doesn't. And if you're thinking about selling your home, I want to share these tips to help you. All right, let's move into mistake number 2, which is accepting a contingent offer without doing due diligence. So accepting an offer that's contingent on the buyers selling their home, it can be a risky move unless it's the right kind of contingency. When I receive a contingent offer for one of my sellers that says, hey, I'll buy your home, but I have to sell mine first, well, that's a yellow card. It's something that you have to be wary of. Why? Well, because you don't know how long their home will take to sell or what kind of buyer they're going to get or if their deal's going to fall through entirely. And how is their agent handling the process? Look, there are contingencies in most transactions which protect buyers and their deposits. And the listing agent has to be right on top of these deadlines to ensure the sale goes smoothly. When your sale's contingent on another sale with a different agent, you have no control over those deadlines. Now, we have things at our fingertips, but really you have to hope that the agent's professional and is on top of their game. But just so you know, I can tell you that my team and I are sticklers when it comes to removing contingencies. And the buyer's agent's going to hear from us for days leading up to the deadline like a nagging parent. But we have to. It's part of our responsibility to our sellers. So once you're in escrow, you're locked in with that buyer and their agent. And you could waste valuable time while they negotiate, back out, or try and pressure you to lower price. The only time I even consider accepting a contingent offer is if the buyer's home is already in escrow, contingencies have been removed, and their earnest money is on the line. All right, mistake number 3. This one really blows my mind. Sellers are accepting offers without requiring buyers to cross-qualify with a trusted lender. I recently spoke to my trusted lender. He told me that 60% of escrows are falling apart right now because buyers can't secure financing. So when you receive an offer, your agent's going to get a few things along with the offer, such as the buyer's proof of funds and a pre-qualification letter. I'm here to help you guys. So I'm telling you that a pre-qualification letter is not a guarantee that a buyer can actually close the sale. Now, that's why I always require buyers who are making offers on our listings to cross qualify with my preferred lender. His team is incredible, they're experienced, and that it really ensures for us that the buyer is solid. Plus, if their original lender falls through, we already have a backup lender in place to step in and save the deal. A little story. I recently closed a deal on a condo that was in a community that was non-warrantable. Now, non-warrantable means that it doesn't meet the standards set by lenders like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, making it difficult to obtain conventional or government-backed loans. So it's a little bit of a challenge. But again, that's why it's so important to work with a listing agent who knows your community and the potential pitfalls that can arise. So in this deal, I let the buyer's agent and their lender know the situation. So it was all up front. And the buyer's lender assured me, no problem, we can get this loan done. But as I said, I required them to cross qualify with my lender, and he let me know that it was a good buyer. The buyer was qualified, but he had some concerns about the lender being able to close because of the program they were using and the status of this particular complex. So I explained the situation to my sellers. They wanted to move forward and accept the offer. Sure enough, it came time for final approval. The lender couldn't make the loan happen. And had it not been for my trusted lender, who is local, by the way, having done the cross qual and taken over, we may not have closed that one at all. But this one step saved my sellers quite a bit of frustration and time. So what I'm saying here is that if you're selling your home, make sure your agent is cross qualifying every single buyer with a local lender. It is one of the best ways to avoid costly surprises down the road. I get it, everybody. Saving money is appealing, but hiring a discount or inexperienced agent could cost you thousands in the long run. The market has and is shifting, and having a skilled, knowledgeable agent is more important than ever. We're not in a market like we were a couple years ago when you could list a property, put it in the MLS, and the offers would just pour in. Successful agents know the best way to market properties, and you don't want to hire a discount agent and end up calling me 60 or 90 days down the road saying, hey, Larry, what do you do to sell homes? Just start with me and talk to me or my team right out of the gate. Okay, all kidding aside, I'm not really kidding, but it's critical for your agent to have a clear strategy and a plan to sell your home. My team and I have the strategies to sell your home quickly for top dollar. And if you want to know more about these, please reach out. I'd be more than happy to meet with you and share exactly what we do. Your agent needs to know the contract inside and out. They've got to be a strong negotiator and understand the market trends. If you hire someone just because they're a friend or they're willing to cut their commission, you might end up regretting it. Look, I've mentioned a couple times, the market's changing. And I recently got a call from some people who had been, whose home had been listed and sitting on the market for almost 2 months with barely any showings. I think they had like 2 or 3 showings. They called me up and they said, Larry, I'm sorry. We listed with a friend who recently got his license and we wanted to help him out, but we're not getting any showings. Now, of course, they had a contract with that agent, so there wasn't much I can do. But to make a long story short, they canceled that contract. They listed with me, and I sold that property because my team and I are professionals. We actively marketed the home, and we had more showings in the first few days than they had had in the first 2 months with their friend. All right, so since this is about discounts and commissions here, buyer agent commissions. Buyer agent commissions are not set. And in the past, when I listed a house for sale, I would discuss with the seller how much they wanted to pay the commission for the buyer's agent. So that was set, we advertised it, everybody knew what it was. Well, in today's real estate world, we don't set and agree to that up front. It's negotiated with the buyer and the buyer's agent once an offer is received. But what I really need to emphasize is that a strong commission structure ensures that agents are motivated to show and sell your home quickly. And remember, you're going to be working with your listing agent for 60 or 90 days or more. So make sure that person is someone who is experienced and who is fully committed to your success. All right, the last topic here. You've got to prepare your home for sale. In the past, with the market at a frenzy, homes with power lines in the yard or freeway noise would still sell quickly. But in today's more balanced market, presentation is everything. Your home has got to be in top shape before you list it. That means deep cleaning, staging, making any necessary repairs, and don't skimp on professional photography. Buyers look online first. So, when you go to buy anything these days, you're looking online first. And if your listing photos don't stand out, they won't even bother scheduling a showing. I want you to know that I work and have relationships with top agents all across the US and Canada. So if you're looking for an agent in my area, I would be honored to help you. But if you're looking for an agent in another area, send me an email or a text and I'll send you a local referral that I have personally vetted. All right, as I've said in the past, even when I send you a referral, I've got to encourage you to interview at least 3 agents and make the best choice for you. Okay, that's it for today. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so that I can help more people with real estate advice and make sure that you get the most recent real estate tips. If you have any questions or are thinking about selling your home, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. But until next time, remember, for all things real estate, sell or buy, Larry's your guy.